Oh, it's another one.
Okay.
Welcome
To
the
Player
Worn
Podcast. Yeah, that's pretty good. Great job.
Thanks. I've been practicing.
It sounds like it. I can't say the same, but it's another week, another day in the books. It's almost getting closer to summertime, but then we had a real reverse here with the weather.
Yeah, it's all
Stuff went backwards, man,
cold
and it
nasty
started
out.
snowing. And it got cold.
I just got my new e-bike battery and a basket for the front.
You got a basket?
I got my boombox strapped into the basket with a bungee cord.
Christ,
Dude, I love the looks I get from boomers. Like when I
you
go,
are a boomer. Okay, sorry, my bad. You're
I'm
like
Gen X.
Boomer Junior.
But anyway, so I was rolling up the hill
what
on
happened?
my bike, just bumping some UKG.
What were you playing?
I don't know, some UK garage stuff.
Oh, okay.
Some bassy stuff. And
Yeah.
and I'm cruising up, and this old lady's like coming out to get her trash to bring it in, and she just like shakes her head.
Oh, nice. You got
and
that.
I was just like, yeah, I got a head shake.
Dude.
But
When,
but
what time of day was this?
this was like a couple hours ago.
Oh, recently.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I've severely hurt my back, so that really stinks.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's getting better, but yeah, you got to be careful out there. I don't know.
No more
really.
backflips on the trampoline, bro.
No more backflips on the trampoline. No more, I don't know, no more paying for expensive grading. No, I am doing that, just as sure everyone else is, and dealing with everything else in the sports card hobby that's going on right now. I've got some great videos for you today.
Nice.
In fact, let's start it out with a video today. I mean, let's do that, because I
do
got
it.
something fresh for you that I think you're going to absolutely love.
Sorry to everyone for the whatever last week. What was the whatnot?
Oh, the whatnot debacle. We're going to leave it at that.
I was going to say debacle.
We're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at the whatnot debacle. So I wanted you to check out this little video. It's about a minute long here. We're going to play it for you guys too. This is from a YouTuber's. Actually, I know this guy. He's a good guy. But here's this little video. I'm going to play it real quick, and then we'll break it down.
Pokemon cards too. I don't know if you saw the news, but Cool Kicks is buying sports cards and probably Pokemon cards too. I don't know if people know this, but back in 2021, Cool Kicks, when they were out of their Melrose location, they actually opened up a sports card shop right across the street, and it lasted for maybe like a year. I know because this was back during the dark ages of sports cards for me, when I didn't know how to sell sports cards for the life of me. So I took the family, we took a 6-hour-long road trip all the way down to Southern California, and we sold cards at the Burbank Sports Cards, their small location, and then also the Melrose Sports Cards, which was the name of the Cool Kick Sports Card Shop. And why is this relevant? Is because one thing I do remember about Cool Kicks buying sports cards during 2021 was they came in during the peak. Again, it lasted about a year. They quietly shut down after that. And it's very interesting now that when cards are at their hottest again, Cool Kicks is buying sports cards again. So what does it mean? Big ups to Cool Kicks, because they get in whatever market is the hottest. They're buying and selling Labubus. They're probably buying and selling Nitos. Now they're buying and selling sports cards. So what does it mean that they're buying sports cards in 2026? In so many words, I don't know how much longer we have left before there's a massive correction, because companies like that, people that know what's hot, when they get into the space, it's never early. It's always top signals. It's always late cycles. So that's what I think about it. I think it's very interesting. It's cool that they're coming in and buying cards. Listen,
okay,
the more
there's a lot of stuff to here. Hold up. There's a lot of stuff there. First of all, I got to give it up to my guy. I personally know him. He's a nice guy. His name's Keen. Do I agree with everything he has to say there? I mean, what do you think? What's your synopsis of that?
I mean, okay, so some bigger company that, watches markets
Yeah.
is looking at this as being like hot, right? And deciding to come back into the market.
Right.
You know, when they did that last time, right? He's saying that they got into it for a minute.
Right.
You know, you never know whether it's going to fall out, right? And so it wasn't like just because that happened to them last time, obviously they're not trying to have a second round of what happened last time. Cool kicks, right? Like they're not trying to invest at the top. So according to them, they think that this has enough room for, you know, for the market to keep going up.
Yeah.
That they're investing.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of a sign that maybe there is some strength to the market right now.
Good
and
take.
that it might keep going up.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, the Cool Kicks guy, I believe he got caught up in a raid on Whatnot, like live. They like raided him because he had a bunch of fake sneakers. But I don't know if that was like seriously. No, it was it was live. It was a raid. It was wild too. And I don't ever know what the bottom line was at, but digress from all that. The difference, I think, what he's talking about is that post-pandemic fallout, right?
Yeah.
You know, and if you look at it, what's the big differences here? Well, number one, Fanatics was not involved at the level that they are now. I mean, that right there, you're talking about major league cash money coming into the play, like, and major business coming in. Yes, there was business back. Don't get me wrong, I get that, but like, I think the acceptance of sports cards like is still prevalent, and it was from then, and it's still there now, and it's stronger now.
So my assessment as a non-investor, I don't
hold
pay attention to markets.
Yeah.
I have nothing in this.
Right.
But my assessment from like watching other markets sort of boom during the pandemic was like, it was this perfect storm where like all these people were getting like massive government handouts, right? We were like, there was like all these like Pando money getting, you know, loans, right? The loans too.
PWP loans, dude.
So all these people had
ripoffs.
Straight from the top where they were getting loans, right? Like all these people were getting these massive loans down to the bottom where everyone was getting like unemployment checks, right? So everyone had like, you know, money to throw around, you know, and everyone was stuck at home, bored, and had nothing to do because they were all like laid off or like, you know, remote working. And so everyone got into like some sort of hobby or collecting something.
Drugs, maybe, whatever people are into,
alcohol,
you know.
Like everyone got into something different.
A lot of pandemic babies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got into synthesizers, you know. I started collecting synthesizers. And,
I wasn't even heavy into sports cards in the pandemic. I was not.
Yeah.
I just wasn't.
Yeah. But so what I think happened though was there was a point when that money, especially like, so that got a lot of like lower bullshit money, right? Like this throw around money from their unemployment checks
income.
And stuff.
It gave everybody dispensable income.
So they got into collecting all sorts of things that they wouldn't normally have because they're just like, oh, I got all this money, and let's just like let's be happy because we never know if we're gonna die tomorrow from coronavirus, you know?
Right?
So like so basically you had all these people getting into hobbies.
Right.
And then at some point they all like ran out of that money.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then the economy started doing worse. And a lot of people started selling, trying to get out from these like bad mistakes that they made, like getting into hobbies that like didn't equal.
That's
like
true. Flooding the market, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And so that happened. Like I was moving across the country and sold all of my synths like in order to fund my move.
Okay.
And I did that right before that happened. And I actually like ended up like making like, you know, 30% on all all of my investments.
So before
I did great
before the bottom end came out,
right after that, I saw so many people trying to like off this like weird rare synth collectible modular synth stuff for like, you know, much less than I had sold it for.
Yowzers.
So you know, and so what's happening, what's different now is that I feel like the money that's coming into cards is probably has to do more with the volatility of like the stock market and crypto markets and stuff, because that stuff is so volatile that people are what's the word, like putting their assets into different
divesting or whatever
into like different
diversifying
areas.
Their assets.
Thank you.
No, and that, I think that's a healthy thing, right? I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I think we hear of all, like, constantly. I watch a lot of sports card content, and, I see all the time just guys like, oh, the bubble. Yeah. Man, and like I've been saying, it's been another week, and we're still at it, and there's still no bubble burst. Like, I'm going to start like a bubble timer up here, because eventually something we might see I don't know if a pop, because what justifies or like a crash, like the market falling 50%, 30%, like everything goes down?
I mean, let's be real. Everything, any kind of currency or things that hold value is a bubble, right? It's all a bubble at some point. Yeah. And it's totally up to everyone agreeing that something is inherently valuable,
right?
That makes the bubble not pop.
There has to be people that want to buy this.
Yeah, as long as there's people wanting to buy it, and thinking that, like, it's like, dude, you could have our dollar completely collapse, and people could still decide, well,
that's happened.
Let's just have trading cards be valuable.
Turnips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Or tulips, right? Tulips. That's what you mean. Yeah. Tulips.
I like turnips. Maybe
it's tulips.
I know. I've seen that. No, I wasn't saying. Anyways, I like the turnips, but that's just me. But I know tulips, that was a currency in the past. Yes. But I still like turnips more. I don't know. All these people, it's like, if we hear it enough too, somebody's going to get it right. And I'm just waiting for the ticker tape parade after somebody hits it, and just like the victory lap that they're going to be doing. And it's like, dude, you've been saying this for a long time.
It's everything, though. I mean, people are, you could find a million videos about the economy and the stock's going to crash. The silver market's going to crash.
Speaking of that, I mean, the stock market just hit a record high, all-time record high, like in the last week, which, with the price of gas and everything going nuts. But you really, I mean, I guess does that feed in, I wonder, to this whole mentality of, oh, we're at the peak. You know what I'm saying? Because you've got all these other things that are peaking right now. I mean, for there to be a major stock market crash, that would be pretty massive. And I would assume if that did happen, a lot of other things are going to plummet as well.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is not a financial show. We're not here to give you financial advice.
How'd your card show go the other day?
That's a great, let's talk about that. The card show. So great attendance there, first of all. I was only there for Saturday. It went on 2 days. I didn't get a synopsis on the second day. I had a commitment that I couldn't make it to day number 2. But there were I think they even told me there was almost 900 people through the door on Saturday. Crazy. Which I thought that was good numbers considering we're in Southern Oregon. I personally didn't see a ton of business. And it reminded me, what I do and what I have is very niche. Okay.
Niche,
nipple, con-nipple, whatever. What I have is a very niche thing. And, it's, it is what it is. And
there's
not
just because it's basketball.
Yeah. Cause it's higher end basketball, okay. And, there just weren't a lot. I mean,
what was mainly there that you saw?
Of cards, there wasn't, it
was just a card show, right?
It was a card show. Yeah. It was a sports card show, lots of Pokemon as always, which I don't even go in that world. You can have that over there. But the guys around me, lots of football. There's a lot of people that collect football cards. There's a lot of people that collect baseball cards. Basketball, I would have to say, is probably the least of most of the people there, besides like soccer or something like that. And, I had a $1 bin, or a $2 bin that's got a bunch of older vintage stuff in there. That thing moved. Like that thing, I sold a lot of cards out of there,
okay.
But as far as my cases, which had more, higher. And I tried to put some stuff that was like $10, $20 stuff in there too. It really didn't move either, unfortunately. It was just, I don't know. I think it was maybe just not a big basketball crowd for what I had. And also, I see a lot of stuff shifting too, is like a lot of people that aren't really huge into basketball. If you're into all sports, like you're only collecting the GOATs right now. That's like a huge thing right now. Or like Steph freaking Curry, which he killed it last night in their game. But that's all people are like, oh, Jordan, Curry, you know what I'm saying? Kobe. Yeah. And so there were lots of people with Kobe stuff, and all those guys right now you're paying premium price for. I mean, that like people are paying like, the comps and the numbers just keep on rising and rising and rising. So I didn't have any of that stuff. Yeah. So that's a thing, I guess. So I have more prospecting guys, rookies, like, and people aren't into guys that are maybe a little far out on the fringe, because that's what I like. I'm gonna be real, I did get a couple cards here though back from PSA. So. And I did have these at the card show, but overall, the card show.
We're also not in a city. Everyone
that's
needs
another
to keep that
great
in mind.
point.
Like I find like everything on Marketplace and Craigslist. It's like if you're trying to sell, like stuff just sits.
It's hard,
because nobody has any money around.
We live in a
here,
metropolis of about 100,000 people total in the area, and that's the way it is for about a good 200 miles. Yeah, and this is the main area, so. If you think about those numbers compared to usually when I go to shows, I go down to like the Burbank, in LA and those shows, and I sell every single thing I have. Totally. Even in Portland, in Seattle, and so it's just a different world, and I get that. I totally get that. So for me, it wasn't. I didn't, break the bank by any means, but I met some really nice people there. I did shout out to the guys next to me that were at the table.
Shout out, nice people.
And I did show some people the cards, your gag cards. Oh, yeah. Yes, the gag cards.
Floor droppers. They're called floor droppers.
Floor drop. Well, in fact, I'm gonna ship my guys in LA. I told them they really want them down there.
Yeah, we gotta make some. We gotta make some high end ones.
No, they. I showed them what we had, and I don't know if people
I had my
saw
printer
it
on the wrong setting, so we can make them look nicer.
Make them look, dude. I thought they looked great.
Did.
They looked great.
The penny sleeves really hide like any kind of printing.
Right.
They looked real.
And I don't think the people here are probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Oh, okay. So
because that was during the Whatnot show.
Do you have them in the case?
I don't think I brought one, but here you can kind of explain it though in these cards.
So I had this idea a while back to make some promo for the podcast. Yeah. That basically was these 2.5 by 3.5 flyers that on one, which is a trading card size.
Yeah, trading card.
And on one side is a scan of a really expensive rare card,
like a Michael Jordan rookie. We had on
we had a couple different ones, and then the back is like a flyer for the podcast.
It's like a QR code.
Yeah, it's got a QR code, and it says
the line's
like
the best.
What does it say?
It said fake card, real talk.
Yeah,
fake. And so the people that found it, because they were put so
we put them in penny sleeves. I cut them out, and we put them in penny sleeves, and you just drop them. That's why I call it floor droppers. You just drop them on the floor, face up, and man, like if someone sees one of those, they are going to pick it up and look at it.
I didn't put a lot of them on the floor. Where I did put them though was in the dollar bin.
Oh, nice.
So people digging through them were like, "What?" And one guy's like, "Oh, you got me." And I'm like, "No, it's a podcast. Check it out." And he's like, "A what?" Like I don't think he caught that what a podcast was, but hey, he was like, "Huh." So there was definitely It was a good though. I think most people did pretty well with it. Me, it was okay. I did see there were just regular normal folks There. That's what it
Good
was.
old boys.
Folks. There were just folks out there, just not a lot of, people would come and be like, oh, wow, flawless cards and stuff. Yeah. And that was about it. And so people weren't really into it. I did have the flawless flex case going out, if you know what it is. Had cards like these because I got an order in from PSA.
In the box?
Yeah, I got an order in from PSA on Friday, the day before the show. And if you can see what this bad boy is right here,
it's a 10.
That's what the hell I'm talking about right there. They say don't grade thick cards. Well, we do that. That is a logo, man, on Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, game worn, and Trey Young, as they say, Trey Young. I mean, just outstanding card. And I will say, PSA is. I got to hand it to him right now. When you're giving me 10s on all these, I sent in 2 of these and I got 10s on both.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that just made my day. Okay. That made my day. And I mean, the order before, I think I got 6 of these to gem. I mean, that's nuts, dude. That is absolutely nuts. So, I mean, speaking of PSA, what's going on with it right now? The rumor mill tells me, well, and I've seen this, their numbers are not going down. Like, that was their whole plan, was like, hey, let's raise the prices. The numbers are going to go down, right?
Yeah.
Good thinking. No, it didn't go down. So they're just grading, like yesterday, 93,000 cards. They're on, like, if you see the number, I mean, it's like nothing's changed.
What, like, you post that? How do you know it's accurate? What?
So this is this thing called, and if you don't know about this site, this is a pro tip out there. It's called gemrate.com.
Okay.
And this shows all the numbers for all the grading companies and how many cards that they graded in a day.
How do we?
It's free.
They submit it themselves.
Yeah. There's someone who gets the data.
All inflating how many they're doing, because all one has to do is say that they're doing this many.
I guess. I mean, they could be lying about it, but there's like a comptroller or something, or someone that goes and certifies this stuff.
Back in the day, this is a long time ago, at the early days of what do you call it? The cannabis industry in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you'd send stuff off to these.
The lab.
Yeah, the lab. Yeah, to get them tested.
What a
right?
joke! Yeah.
And then it was like,
what a
dude,
joke.
the labs were such a joke. So like, I remember my buddy sent in something to get it tested, and like, they gave him the results, and he was doing an experiment, and so he got it tested at some other place.
Yeah.
And this is up in Portland.
Yeah.
And he got it tested at some other place, the same thing, and got totally different results.
Yeah, of course.
And so he showed them like the other results, and he's like, dude, they gave it like this percentage, like 30% or something.
No.
And they were totally like, oh, okay, well, let me test it again.
Yeah.
And like, what do you need it to be?
Yeah, exactly. What do you need?
Dude.
Where do you need it at?
And like, that's how, like, so maybe these numbers are
no, I'm not going to go down that. And we're not going down that rabbit hole. But what's interesting about this is like, so, they raised their prices. When was that? That was like 2 months ago or something, right?
Sure.
Like, you heard me talking about it.
Yeah.
So trailing, so for the last 30 days, numbers are actually up 9%. So they raised the prices and they're up 9%. So that means that no one is like slow. I know
personally slowing down.
I know I have with what I grade, definitely more than I've slowed down quite significantly for what I send in now. But so now the rumor mill that I heard, and this is just a rumor, is that they're going to be raising prices even more. And I'm just like, dude. I don't know what it's going to take when are we all going to revolt against this? I don't know. I'm falling into like some sort of like, I'm falling into this weird area, man. And I don't know, where I'm just like, maybe, I don't know. I love collecting cards. maybe this isn't for me. I don't know. I hate to say something like that, but like the way things are going when it comes down to like you've got Fanatics running the life of your card now.
A bunch of monopolies.
Exactly, man. There's no free market in this. And it's just like, and these companies are, I mean, Fanatics.
They just ruled that Ticketmaster is a monopoly.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Like Fanatics just came out with a new product. And once again, no one could buy it off their website. No one, like, none of the people could buy it off their websites. Why would they sell it to you on your website when you can go on their app and buy it from their breakers and pay more than the retail price because it's fractionalized into a break? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? No wonder no one's going to. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
If you're a business, you're not going to give it out to people at the retail cost.
Right.
Man, it's so it's a little frustrating.
Shout out to the leaf blower guy outside. Shout out to my mom. It's her birthday today.
Sweet.
And shout out to my buddy
Did you get
Jordan.
her something?
It's his birthday today too. I did. I got my mom something.
What'd you get her? Eat her.
I got her this like smart sleep machine / alarm clock at Goodwill.
Wow. You know what I was thinking of? Like when you said
it was like $160.
I saw a commercial the other day. It was like a thing. It was like a vacuum for people so when they pee themselves when they sleep, old people, it vacuums up their pee. Yeah, and it's like a wand that they put.
I want one of those.
Yeah, so you can just lay in bed and piss yourself.
Dude, you just piss into the vacuum?
Yeah.
Damn,
piss vacuum.
Anyways, yeah, I got my mom a nice present at Goodwill.
So
it's pretty cool though.
What were we?
It's a little sleep machine.
It's a sleep machine.
Yeah, that I got at Goodwill for $35.
Wow, it must have been good if it was $35 at Goodwill.
Dude,
that's like $1 million.
It's $160 on Amazon, bro, or $140 or something. I got
oh no,
it was brand new.
It's brand new.
It literally wasn't ever opened.
You could pull up the so back to the top stuff. The top. So right now, so the big thing is now that they have Topps football coming out. So listen to this now. So in order to deter people on the secondary market, they are cutting the saran when you buy them at certain stores.
We talked about it. I thought that was cool.
Well, so yes, so they're doing that at Burbank Sports Cards, and they just announced this yesterday. And so I was like watching today, and I saw on here they came out with a post, and the guy Rob, who is actually a really nice guy, runs Burbank, he was saying that there was a bunch of pushback on them, and people were complaining to them about like, why do you got to do that and stuff. And he explained it because the prices they are selling them at were way lower than what is going on the secondary market right now. But you got to get it cut there. Like they it sucks as it cuts. They gotta give the old snip on there, and they cut the So I thought, but there was a bunch of people talking stuff to Rob.
Can people just like re-saran wrap it? Like,
I mean, no, because the saran wrap is like top saran,
okay,
and so it wouldn't really work. But yes. Always thinking there. I see what you're doing.
Get that top saran made in China and
Yeah, it's just like they spell tops wrong with one P. I remember that my buddy had a card, and it was a sneaker card with Devin Booker, and they spelled, what was it? It was the Phoenix Suns, and on Suns they spelled it. It was like SONS.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And we were laughing because he showed it to me. And the first, I didn't notice. I'm like, wait, it says Sun. Oh, man, like, nice try. You know what I mean? So Did
you find any of those cards of the volleyball guy that I showed you the video of? Can we show that video up here? Can we do that?
You just killed me here. I'm doing something. I'm talking about something that's important.
I'm sorry. Talk about something important.
So, anyways, now it doesn't matter. Show the volleyball guy. I don't know where you get volleyball cards. Now, this guy is sassy.
Dude,
he's sassy. He is doing it. I mean, I'm gonna play the video right now,
dude. He's so good, and then he's just got every single time he's just got this like diva sass at the end.
In the world, like.
So I found something that I didn't know existed that I thought if I was going to start collecting
That
something,
guy. I didn't know that guy existed.
No, I want his cards. Like, but every one of his cards should be his pose right when he lands, you know? That should be his cards. I would buy those.
Dude, he struts. That guy's got, I mean, he's like a Woo Paul.
Yeah.
He's like a Woo Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so I saw these yesterday on Marketplace.
Okay.
And I was like, they're originals, and I almost want to get this one. Like, so these are these Ghana movie posters. Have you seen these? These hand painted Ghana movie posters, and they're for like these famous movies. But like, so this is the one for E.T.
What in the? Send me that so we can put it up there on the
it's
screen.
Like a mix of like Aliens and E.T.
Wait, I don't what. Wait,
like
what?
Who is that? Is that like
that little Richard? That's little Richard. What is going on here?
I don't know, man. But like, so
somebody ate some acid and then drew those.
Dude, so there's this whole thing. Like these artists in Ghana, like that's what they do is they hand paint these movie posters that are all like wild, dude. They're wild. And there was this. So there was another one that I found that was like the same guy, but it was Batman.
Okay,
the same guy selling these. The Batman movie, Ghana movie poster was wild. Hold on, we can.
So I want to elaborate on this Burbank sports cards thing. So for instance, they're selling hobby boxes of the football for $600, and like people are saying, at other stores, they're charging $1,200 or more. So, but then because there's people on the comments, dude, you would have thought the comments were like, awesome guys, right?
Right.
No, dude, there's people that are like, cutting the seal is wild. I can't believe if I'm paying that money for a box, I shouldn't get the seal cut. And it's like, dude, but go somewhere else then and get screwed. Like, how dumb are people? I don't even know. I just don't even know.
Here's the Batman one.
Okay.
They're amazing, aren't they?
That is pretty good. Please send me pictures of those and we'll put them up here
good.
for you guys right now. This is pretty wild. Another thing that I did want to talk about, since we're talking about, cards and sales and things, which that Burbank situation is wild to me. It's like, this is why we don't move ahead in this hobby because of that kind of crap.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what are you guys thinking? Anyways, okay, eBay etiquette lately has gotten out of control. All right. First of all,
is this from your personal experience?
Yes. Oh, yes, and from others. But I'm gonna. So, what is with if you want to buy a card from someone has it listed? Don't just send a number. Like people send me a message and it's a number. So I had this one recently where I just replied with a question mark because I'm like, that number means nothing to me. And so then the guy replies,
yes or no,
a question mark, and he's like, it's an offer, bud, or something. And I'm just like, oh, really? Because when I see people throwing numbers at me like that, I'm usually like dancing at the local strip club, so I'm not used to that. And then the guy, I mean, just to kind of shine people a little bit, because I'm like, and then secondary, I'm like, because that couldn't be a number offering this card because I'm asking 500 and you're throwing a number of 25 at me, you idiot. So the behavior has like gotten, and then people like, if you don't take their offer seriously when it's this crazy, they'll like be like, F you, idiot, and stuff. And just, I'm like, when in the world, what happened with the little bit of etiquette, people? If you're going to, first of all, if you're going to message someone and they've got a price, don't just have a number. Don't have a number and a question mark. Hey, that's a beautiful card. Are you interested in selling it a little bit lower? Right. Something like that. Not just, dude, etiquette and chivalry is lost. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're out there and you're doing this kind of stuff, please stop. And I'm not saying like we need to like write a paragraph or say, oh, Sam, you have the best cards and I love you and I'm all about your cards and blah, blah, blah. No, but like have some decency. And while I'm talking about people and doing things and things that I would appreciate, why don't you smash that like button right now? Come on, show me a subscribe. Give me some love here. You know, we've kind of stalled out a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not on here dooming and glooming all the time and FERPing, or what's it called? Fund, fear of unknown or something. Have you heard of that? Funning or funding, fund, fear of fond or something. I don't know. Somebody told me that.
Fear of missing out?
No, that's FOMO. Fund. Fear of the unknown or something. I don't know. I gotta call. That was a rod. Oh. Yeah. So you kind of just leave it alone, walk away. So that's, I mean, yeah, if eBay etiquette, show some respect. I mean, so remember to smash that like button, get on it.
Tell
like
your
Donkey
friends.
Kong. Get it on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Something like that. Next week, hopefully my back will be feeling better and I'll be in a better mood.
We'll be back.
Till then, stay up, dog.
Yeah. Peace.
Yep. Get yourself a Michael Jordan coin.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.